Monday Maths Homework, Term 2, Year 6, 2015. We're going to be looking at finding the largest decimal value. Our goal is for students to be able to place fractions in order, the decimal fractions in order. And this is what the homework is going to look like. They're going to have a list of decimal fractions and then you have to place them in order from the largest to the smallest. Our key understanding is going to be place value. Students have to be able to look and understand what place value means. So why, even though this has two 2's in it, is it a smaller value than this number that only has one 2 in it? It's entirely to do with place value, that this has 2 tenths, whereas this other value has 0 tenths. Misconceptions that happen quite frequently. Students will see the larger number. Let me show you what I mean. In this case here, they'll see the 2 and they think, oh, that's just a 2. That's not very large. They'll see 202. Ooh, that's a big number. They'll see 22. And they'll see 200. So they're not recognizing the place values correctly. They need to be able to recognize that even though that this is a 2 here, that this is in the tenths column, which is significantly more than the hundredths column here or the thousandths column here. Students also allow the 0 to confuse them. So they might have a look at this here and they might say that this is a 2 and then there's a 0 after that, so therefore that must be smaller than this number here or have less value. Which obviously isn't the case because there's also a thousandths here, so that's actually going to place that as a higher value. So don't allow them to let the 0 confuse them as well. Also that they cannot focus on the place value, which is what they have to do. They just look at the numbers and they're not really seeing it for what it's worth. So they have to go a step-by-step process of going through the place values. They look at the ones first. There's none with any ones, so we need to move to the tenths. I've got two numbers here with tenths. So obviously these are a greater value than these that don't have any tenths and they don't have any ones. Then I go to the hundredths. Well, there's no hundredths here, there's no hundredths here or here, so I'm still searching, and I get to the thousands. So this number is going to be your largest number because it has 2 tenths and 2 thousandths, where this only has 2 tenths. Then you can have a look at this one, the next two numbers here, where you've got 2 hundredths each. This one now has 2 thousandths, this has 0 thousandths, so this must be the third largest number. So that's what we do when we walk through it. We go, the largest is going to be 2 and 2 thousandths, because this has got 2 tenths and 2 thousandths. This one's going to be the second because it's got 2 tenths. So therefore it is bigger because these have no tenths here. The third largest is the one that has 2 hundredths and 2 thousandths. This only has 2 hundredths. Don't allow them, again, to be confused by the zeros or looking at the bigger number. Those zeros are just there to confuse them. And then so therefore the smallest is just the 2 hundredths by itself. Good luck with those.